and the bird leaves. Chin Tion wonders how Jessica will save him. At dusk, while expecting that the rescue will arrive tomorrow, Chin Tion sees something coming. Nick and Kata look like they are rowing for an Olympic competition. Chin Tion is impressed by their speed. However, Ragna suffered being with those inhuman. They set up a tent and the group brought in food to eat. The next morning they all rowed the boat. They arrived at the coastal camp in the afternoon. The lot of people cheer as they see that Chin Tion and the others are safe. Jessica checks on Chin Tion and claims that everything and everyone is ready. They start sailing to migrate to the other side of the island. Jessica calls off for a break and orders the rest to put down the anchors. A tired Chin Tion slept throughout the night since they departed. He wakes up to the delicious smell of Jessica's cooking. Jessica asks what happened with the rescue and Chin Tion narrates everything while eating. Jessica is glad that her hero is back safely. The next morning, Suameng finds the tribal village and orders his men to capture the Lada people. However, the huts are all empty and the village is technically deserted. Suameng orders his men to look for them nearby. Meanwhile, Chin Tion, Jessica, and the Lada people arrive on the other side of the island. Chin Tion leads everyone to his campsite. The Lada people are scared after hearing a loud roar. Chin Tion assures them that it was his pet. Ellen comes out of the fence and greets them in Arabic. Everyone greets Ellen as the great mistress of the Mighty One, surprising her in the process. Chin Tion tells the Lada people to get inside, and he plans to explain everything to the confused Ellen later. Jessica offers to handle the tribe and suggests not making Ellen wait for him for too long. Chin Tion approaches Ellen and immediately receives a loving hug. Ellen cries as she mentions her worries for Chin Tion. Chin Tion apologizes and Ellen immediately turns around after getting embarrassed. That night, everyone feasts on the food prepared at the camp. Chin Tion and Ellen arrive after some time. Chin Tion realizes that they need to expand the base camp. Jessica wonders if the lovebirds' time is over and claims that it is her turn now. Chin Tion hugs Jessica and thanks her for everything. After their dinner, Ellen worries about where the Lada people will sleep. Chin Tion suggests letting the kids, women, and elderly sleep in the cave while the men camp outside in the meantime. After settling down, Chin Tion takes a bath to wash his tiredness away. Everyone gets to sleep well after knowing that some conflicts are over. Noon comes and Chin Tion just woke up. He discovers the girls embracing him in their sleep. He immediately wakes them up and receives different reactions. Chin Tion later leads a team to collect bamboo. Meanwhile, Jessica and her team go fishing. Other Lada people stayed with Ellen to help with various chores. The camp's development is still in progress. Ellen recalls the first time they set up a camp without other people. Jessica and her team return after harvesting a lot of food. That night, the Lada people danced around the campfire. Jessica pulls Ellen into the dance. Just then, Chief Frosong appears and asks if he can sit beside Chin Tion. Chin Tion notices how Chief Frosong speaks in English. Hamel wonders what they were talking about. Chief Frosong explains that they are using a special language blessed by the gods. Chief Frosong claims his English was learned from the British Army. He kneels and thanks Chin Tion, who makes it clear to him that he is not a mighty one. However, Chin Tion's actions in saving the tribe are enough for him to be called one. Chin Tion acts humble, and Chief Frosong asks for his future plans. The next day comes and Chin Tion discusses with everyone their housing problems. They were all divided into 3 teams. The first team is responsible for making bricks. The second team collects seashells. And the third team is responsible for clearing the trees around the camp. Jessica's team returns with the seashells. Chief Frosong wonders if seashells can help in building a house. Chin Tion explains that they need it to make lime mortar. In the meantime, he asks them to crush the shells into powder. Afternoon comes and Chin Tion mixes sand and the powdered shells with water to make lime mortar. He then demonstrates how to use it with the bricks and makes a simple wall for the others to follow. One member claims that the wall is soft, and Chin Tion exclaims that it will take time for it to harden. The next day, everyone was impressed to see the wall harden overnight. Kata attacks the wall and concludes that this kind of wall is enough to protect them. Elder Hamel moves forward and cries that they always experience cold weather in the desert. He can remember how harsh the winter was when they arrived on the island, and everyone can deeply remember it. Chin Tion assures him that their winter this time is warm. Meanwhile, the pirates are still looking for the Lada tribe. Sua Meng did recall the report about them going into the fog. Knowing that they haven't experienced winter on the island yet, Sua Meng plans to give up for now. He orders his men to prepare for the winter. On another day, the Lada people are fascinated with glassmaking. As a craftsman, Alex is obviously fascinated by it. With Chin Tion's suggestion, Alex immediately tries out the process. She feels embarrassed by her first product, but it is actually better than Ellen and Chin Tion's first trial. Chin Tion hopes they can make a lot of glass jars before winter and leave the task to Ellen and her team. Chin Tion later focuses on making an outline of their camp. Jessica comes to fetch him for lunch. However, at the dining table, Chin Tion, Ellen, and Jessica are already sick of eating fish. Elder Hamel wonders what is wrong, but the three claim that they are not just hungry. Chin Tion tries to think of something to increase diversity in food to improve their diet. Chin Tion asks Chief Frosong if the warriors can hunt a boar, and the chief confirms that they can as long as it is not a group. Chief Frosong wonders if they will hunt some, but Chin Tion claims that they will raise some in captivity. Chin Tion explains the idea to them. Frosong is happy to know that they won't hunt for food in the future if that is the case. Them, and Chin Tion reminds the others about their plan. The wild boars were just chilling until Shan Bai appeared to scare them. The boars scatter, but the Lada people have already surrounded the perimeter. However, there is a huge boar among them. Kata is present to knock it out with his brute strength. They continue herding the remaining wild boars until the animals fall into a hole they have dug in advance. Everyone celebrates as they capture a lot of wild boars. The others feel disappointed that one wild boar managed to escape, but Chin Tion tells them that there is no place for it to escape. Cages on wheels arrive and everyone starts pulling out the boars from the hole. The wriggling boars are giving them a hard time, and Kata offers to lend a hand. Chin Tion stops him and shows them a trick. The boar calms down as Chin Tion covers its eyes with a piece of cloth. They have caged all the wild boars and surprised everyone back at the camp with their accomplished mission. Jessica asks Chin Tion to check something on the wall intended as a pig pen. The Lada people continue to capture more wild boars until they have captured 21 boars. After a few days, Sand Eagle reports that there are no wild boars anymore in the bamboo area. The camp is upgraded to some extent and the system rewards Chin Tion with some points. He wonders what talent he should buy next and gets confused about what to do. Ellen suddenly calls his attention and he is surprised to see a lot of glass bottles. Ellen and Alex are proud of the craftsmanship. Chin Tion then announces the start of making bottled fruits for the winter. It was a simple process of boiling peeled grapes and pineapples. They later sealed them into disinfected bottles and sterilized animal skin. The others wonder if they can really keep the fruits for several months. Chin Tion actually wants rock sugar added to them to make them taste better and be better preserved. He assures them about it and starts explaining about microbes. However, Aruba and Ragnar don't know the scientific term. The next day, Chin Tion reminds the others that the pirates can invade them after the winter season. They should improve their weapons to prepare to fight the pirates. Elder Hamel assigns Nick, Kata, and Ragnar to protect their mighty ones at their next destination. The girls get worried for Chin Tion, who assures them that he will be well. Chin Tion's team sets out and later sets up a camp to spend the night after some distance. Nick wonders what iron can do, and Chin Tion explains that it can improve their weapons. Chin Tion then shows them a pair of daggers and tells them that they are made of iron. Alex, who was trying her best before to make stronger weapons, can now see a way to improve things. She wonders if they can make the same weapon as the pirates with iron. Chin Tion tells her that they can make it better. The group soon arrives at the volcano, and Chin Tion reminds them not to swim on it. They start mining for pyrite, but they haven't found anything for 2 hours. After some breaks, they are still unsuccessful. During the night, they would fix and maintain the pickaxes. Because they have limited drinking water, Chin Tion teaches the others to collect water with dew. Soon after, Nick hits a hard surface and calls Chin Tion's attention. What Nick struck was a volcanic rock, and they have collected a lot already. Chin Tion knows they will find pyrite soon. The fourth day comes and one complains about how he found another volcanic rock. However, Chin Tion notices something. He asks everyone to continue digging. Everyone gets hyped up and soon manages to find pyrite. Chin Tion is glad that there are still pyrite reserves. That night, Alex calls what they found as ordinary stones, but Chin Tion explains that the iron is inside those stones. Kata breaks one open and claims there is nothing inside. Chin Tion explains that it needs to be processed first, but Kata just ignores him. Early morning comes and they install blast furnaces. Chin Tion hopes they can smelt a lot of iron. He plans to make pickaxes and shovels first using the smelted iron. He pours melted iron into Alex's molds and cools them down with lime water. The next day, mining was easier with the new iron tools. However, they can feel the cold weather already and expect snow after a few days. Chin Tion expects winter after a month, but Ragnar explains that this is what usually happens on this island. Chin Tion can see that they have mined enough and tells everyone to clean for today. The next day, they all leave for the journey back to their camp. During their camp at night, Nick wonders how strong the iron weapons will be after seeing the iron pickaxes. Just then, Kata senses something in the bushes. A wild beast appears and Kata hits it with a shovel. Chin Tion sends out Shanbai to fight the beast. Chin Tion is surprised to see a saber-toothed tiger. He tells everyone to be careful. Ragnar gets attacked by another saber-toothed tiger and he falls. Nick comes to the rescue and drives the beast away. A third saber-toothed tiger appears and Kata swings his shovel but he misses. A torch gets thrown at the beast's face and it hides back in the bushes. Everyone groups together as they take arms. Meanwhile, Shanbai gets injured as he fights one of the saber-toothed tigers. Chin Tion is anxious to see ferocious beasts fighting each other. He opens the system and waits for the right time. Kata accidentally drops his shovel, and a saber-toothed tiger suddenly jumps into them. However, it was a feint and Kata dodged. The others block the saber-toothed tiger's escape route and Kata strikes it with all his might. While they focus on the other beasts, a fourth saber-toothed tiger appears from behind. Just then, Chin Tion's system confirms receiving a gift. Chin Tion quickly slices the fourth saber-toothed tiger's belly. Kata strikes one of them. Nick confronts one but Chin Tion swiftly kills it instead. Everyone is impressed by Chin Tion's speed and power. However, Chin Tion gets dizzy after using a superpower for a few seconds. Nick suggests helping Shanbai, but Chin Tion tells her to wait until Shanbai asks for help. He knows Shanbai has his own pride as a beast. Shanbai roars as he kills the saber-toothed tiger. The group continues traveling the next day and they arrive at the camp at night. Chin Tion wakes up and just notices how a lot of things have changed in the camp while he has been away. He goes to the kitchen and Ellen is happy to see him up. Ellen is glad that they are okay after the saber-toothed tiger's attack. Chin Tion asks about the camp's development. Ellen reports that there are now a lot of different functional areas in their camp. They have preserved a lot of fruits too. Viru was leading the fishing every day. Frosam also found pheasants and kept them captive. Chin Tion then asks Ellen to tell the others except those in charge of food that food will be available in the afternoon. They will now start making weapons. The next day, everyone starts making improved furnaces and even frying iron pools for making steel. Alex wonders why they need to cook the iron. Chin Tion starts explaining that there are different irons and processes to be done to get the best iron out there. Chin Tion plans to get the best steel out there. They later manage to start smelting. Chin Tion tells everyone to be careful. Chin Tion plans to copy the process used during the Han Dynasty. While he works on steel making, the women are making scabbards and handles for the weapons and knives. They also process the fish maw to get isinglass, a sticky material that can be used as glue. They later manage to process pig iron. Ragnar starts hammering on the ingot to remove the impurities. He wonders how many strikes he should make. He gets depressed after hearing that he has to do it 100 more times. After some time, Chin Tion can see that the first product is okay. Alex gets excited that it is now time to make weapons. With the help of Kata, Alex starts processing the iron until they form it into a blade. Chin Tion puts some soil on the blade and returns it to the furnace. Aruba wonders if soil can help, and Chin Tion explains how it will turn out hard and sharp. The finished product is done, and Alex presents it to Chin Tion. Chin Tion exclaims that they can take on the pirates now. Chin Tion then starts a duel to test the iron blade against the pirate's blade that they picked up before. Kata and Nick face each other. Nick moves first, and the duel starts. Ellen gets worried, but Chin Tion and Jessica tell her not to worry. Everyone wonders who will win between the two. The two clash again and everyone hears a loud clang. Kata's sword, which is from the pirates, gets broken. Chin Tion applauds the two's performance. He then checks the two blades and thinks of making other weapons, like an axe. The others praise Nick's skills and wonder if she can do well against Chin Tion. Chin Tion agrees and everyone gets excited. Elder Hamel gets worried, but Chin Tion also wants to try fighting Nick. After some rest, Nick faces off against Chin Tion. She menacingly attacks Chin Tion. Chin Tion activates his superpower and quickly reacts to Nick's attack. The two continue clashing swords, and Chin Tion is genuinely surprised. Ragna is surprised by the fight and Kata claims that Chin Tion is just training Nick. Everyone tells Nick to defeat Chin Tion, and he gets disappointed. However, he got his women to cheer for him. Chin Tion then realizes why swordsmen need to practice swinging 1,000 times. He then uses his superpower to attack Nick and blinks behind her. Nick instinctively reacts and throws his sword. Chin Tion dodges it and everyone is impressed. Everyone can't keep up with their speed. Chin Tion and Nick clash one more time. Their blades clash and everyone falls silent. Nick lost her blade and everyone praises Chin Tion's strength. Hamel asks when he will marry Nick. Everyone is surprised to hear about their wedding. Frosong gets excited to prepare for the grand wedding. Chin Tion asks what is happening. Frosong then explains that in their tribe, when a man challenges a woman in a duel and wins, that is considered a marriage proposal. Chin Tion then exclaims that she will consider Nick's feelings. Frosong claims that women in their tribe hope to serve their stronger husbands. Chin Tion asks to let it slide. The Lada people can't understand them since the two are speaking English. However, Jessica and a dejected Ellen can. Frosong wonders if Chin Tion doesn't find Nick cute enough. Nick understands that Chin Tion doesn't want her and offers to leave the tribe. Frosong tries to console her but Nick has already decided to leave. Everyone panics as Nick gets abandoned and rejected by the Almighty. Jessica steps in and claims that Chin Tion is not unwilling but rather will marry one woman every 3 years. She further claims that they need to wait 2 more years for another marriage because Ellen was the first one. Jessica will be up next and then Nick. She assures Nick that she is too cute to be rejected. Chin Tion doesn't have a choice but to go along with Jessica's script. The crowd disperses and Jessica asks for a reward. Chin Tion refuses because he wants to live a few more years. Look at that cute pouty Ellen. Chin Tion quickly retreats. Jessica tells him to live with them in the future but Chin Tion refuses. After that Alex has been making weapons for everyone. Others prepare for the incoming winter. And a few days later snow starts falling and Chin Tion recalls some memories from when he was still a student. Nick gets up early and greets Chin Tion. They both watch the snow fall. The other girls got up and Jessica wondered if they were talking about love. The two get flustered and Jessica can't help but hug the cute Nick. The children wake up and play in the snow. Everyone works in their houses but Chin Tion is not finding the motivation to do so. The cold water brings back his senses and Chin Tion continues working on the matchlock gun's blueprint. It is an ancient weapon but it will be effective compared to bows. However, they lack some materials based on the system encyclopedia. Chin Tion plans to make some changes. He then gets out to check on the others and it is freezing outside. He goes to the townhouse and is greeted by thick smoke. His 2 girls come running to Chin Tion for a hug. Thinking it might be worse in December, Chin Tion plans to make charcoal. Aruba wonders what charcoal is. And Chin Tion explains it as something that they use to avoid smoke inside the house. He then checks on his pets and discovers them in hibernation. Seeing the pets accustomed to the weather, Chin Tion suggests focusing on themselves instead. The next morning Chin Tion divides himself into two groups. One group is responsible for making charcoal kilns and another group is responsible for chopping the wood into pieces. Soon after, they put the chopped wood into the charcoal kiln. Chin Tion expects them to be dry tomorrow. He then asks Alex to follow him. Ellen is surprised that the next project is a gun. Alex is surprised to know that it is far stronger than a bow and arrow. However, seeing the blueprints, Alex can't see the lethality in them. Chin Tion claims it is missing bullets and gunpowder. But first Chin Tion wants Alex to make the musket. Jessica can't believe that they just leapt in age. Ellen then comments on how they need someone meticulous to help Alex. Everyone knows she's talking about herself. After checking most of the blueprint, Alex calls Chin Tion the god of craftsmen. Chin Tion tells her to study the rest later. The next day they check on the charcoal kilns. They bake it for more and 10 minutes later they get the charcoal that they want. Chin Tion then tells them to test it out. They are glad to be warm without the smoke covering the room. Chin Tion advises them to still leave some openings on the doors or windows so they won't be poisoned by carbon monoxide. Everyone then stores the charcoal in the storehouse. Chin Tion can see that Ellen and Alex are serious about the new project. He plans to take it easy now. He goes out and calls Kata, Ragna, and Aruba. He cheerfully asks them to make beads together. The men start melting iron and form it into a cylindrical shape. The others wonder what the new objects are for. Chin Tion then pours melted iron into molds with small holes. After cooling down, the pellets are put into the cylindrical apparatus. And they all spin. Chin Tion explains that these are bullets for the muskets that are more powerful than a bow and arrow. Aruba and Ragna are happy to have a powerful weapon. Kata comments about easily killing the pirates next time and avenging their dead tribesmen. The atmosphere becomes dark. They collect the pellets. However, Chin Tion can see that they are not yet perfect. He then asks the others to continue making pellets. After some time the laboratory was finished. Now that the camp is complete, the others wonder what to do next. Chin Tion then tells them to enjoy their free time and do anything they want. Everyone gets confused and asks for confirmation if they can do anything. Chin Tion affirms. And everyone celebrates. Chin Tion wants them to have time off for themselves while Ellen and Alex are still working on the musket. Also, to prepare their bodies for the upcoming battle. That night, howls were heard throughout the area. Chin Tion claims that they are wolves. Nick and Kata come out along with the rest of the warriors, claiming that this is the winter beast's wave. Nick claims that it happens every winter. Jessica thinks they are searching for food outside the forest because it is winter. They only have a few soldiers and can face consequences. However, they can't just sit and wait for death. Chin Tion, Nick, and Kata plan to go out. Chin Tion tells the rest to keep the wolves away from the camp. The warriors then move out, nearing the source of the howlings. Just then, a louder howl was heard by the team. Previously, as a loud howl was heard by the team, Chin Tion and the rest discover the wolves fighting the saber-toothed tigers. Everyone stops to watch the fight. The beasts then attack each other ferociously. A black wolf appears and starts ripping the flesh of the saber-toothed tigers. Everyone is impressed by the black wolf. They notice that some wolves are protecting something at the back. Seeing that the wolves are losing, Chin Tion orders the others to support them. While distracted by the arrows, the saber-toothed tigers are attacked by the wolves. They can see that the battle is almost over. The saber-toothed tigers continue to struggle until they notice a few wolf cubs at the back. Nick also notices them and Chin Tion jumps into the fight. A saber-toothed tiger targets the wolf cubs. However, the black wolf blocks it. The two beasts furiously fight each other. The black wolf gets gravely injured. More saber-toothed tigers try to help, but one of them gets killed by a spear. Chin Tion and the others start attacking the saber-toothed tigers. Kata is happy with his new iron spear. Chin Tion is glad that the spear he asked to be made suits Kata's battle style. The others are also satisfied with their new weapons. Seeing that the wolves won, Fukuma wonders what Chin Tion will do next. Chin Tion orders everyone to go back to their camp. Everyone picks up the dead saber-toothed tigers as the wolves still feel wary of them. Everyone praises how kind Chin Tion is. Chin Tion claims it is not to ruin the ecological balance. Kata tells them not to ask anymore where the earth spirit will get angry. Truth be told, Chin Tion was just worried about the wolf cubs. On top of a cliff, the black wolf watches Chin Tion's group go home. They finally get home and everyone greets them. Jessica is surprised to see saber-toothed tigers, but they are already dead. Chin Tion explains to everyone that there was a territorial war between beasts. Jessica can see why, because of the scarcity of food during winter. Chief Farsong comments on how they don't need to go outside anymore because they have a lot of food already. In the next few days, everyone gets the sleep that they always need, but it is getting boring already. Alex finishes her project with Ellen. Chin Tion calls Kata, Ragna, and Aruba. He claims they will play a game. They all work on smelting and Chin Tion leads everyone. Chin Tion starts connecting some parts and Alex can't believe that her work turns out to be like this. Jessica claims that this is the birth of the steam machine on this island. Ragna ignites the fire pit of the machine. Chin Tion starts up the machine and everyone is amazed at how the machine moves by itself. It might not be perfect for now, but it is still usable. Alex inserts a log in place of the machine and reduces it to a perfect stick. Seeing that there is no problem, Chin Tion plans to start making gun barrels. A bamboo with clay will have its center pushed out by the fine wood and it will make a mud stick. Melted iron is poured into an empty bamboo with the mud stick. In this way, a smooth iron pipe can be created. Next is to use precious diamonds as a turning tool to polish the gun barrel. Chin Tion assembles all the parts and their secret weapon against the pirates is done. Chin Tion demonstrates how to load the bullet and tries it out on a target. He fires and the loud noise surprises the Lada people. Chin Tion is rewarded with points for making a matchlock gun. Everyone is impressed by the gun's penetrating power and loud noise. Kata and Bakuma can't see the bullet and know that its shield is useless against the gun. Farsong recalls that these are weapons similar to the British Army. Chin Tion announces to produce more matchlock guns. With his newly added points, Chin Tion then checks the store. It is basically empty, so Chin Tion redeems a book about traps for now. He receives what he has ordered and checks the information. He sees all kinds of outdoor traps and starts drawing them on prints. He is also hurrying the production of the matchlock guns to the point that no one leaves the camp. Jessica checks on Chin Tion. She wonders if she can help him, especially with his personal needs after seeing crumpled papers around. Jessica notices that Chin Tion is designing a trap. Chin Tion wants to be fully prepared against the pirates. Jessica loves this ruthless side of Chin Tion. Chin Tion recalls that Ellen W. was making snowboards. Outside, everyone watches Alu using the snowboard prototype. It will be beneficial for a winter battle. Aruba tries it out, but his weight is not suitable for the prototype. Seeing that Kata sinks deeper, Chin Tion asks Ellen to make 4 sizes for everyone. The next day the others also start working on snowboards. Mid-November arrives, and they have finally created enough guns and snowboards for people to fight on the battlefield, for almost 30 people. Currently they are limiting the firing of rounds during training because of low reserves of gunpowder. The end of the month comes, and Chin Tion is going to set out for the time that they are waiting for. Ellen and Jessica worry for Chin Tion. Chin Tion hugs his worried wives and tells them not to worry. Chin Tion's team leaves the camp. This is the estimated time for the methane fog to disappear. It will be a fight to the death. After some time, Chin Tion's team finally arrives in front of the methane fog. Chin Tion orders everyone to rest and build the camp. After some rest, they start cutting down trees. They found a dry place to set up tents made of wooden frames and animal skin. They finally arranged the tents when the sky turned dark and they conducted a meeting. Chin Tion asks Kata's team to lay some sinking traps somewhere. Ragna's team will continue chopping trees but need to follow some special instructions. The others will follow Chin Tion to set up the dark bow trap. Morning comes and Chin Tion reminds them to prioritize safety first and whistles to notify others. Chin Tion's team finds a nice place to set up their trap. Chin Tion gathers his members and demonstrates how to set up the trap. Aruba wonders how it works. Chin Tion throws a rock on the rope and the fixed bow launches arrows. Everyone is impressed by it and Chin Tion asks them to do the same. The Lada people quickly understood how the trap works and successfully set them up in places that Chin Tion designated. Kata's group is struggling to dig holes. Ragna's team is sharpening trees to make thorns. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fog, the pirates complain about the number of mosquitoes in the area. They joke around until their team leader, Larav, tells them to disperse. He takes a pee break somewhere and notices that the fog is disappearing. Larav orders someone to report to Captain Samundsen. Back at the pirate camp, Samundsen receives the report from Larav that the mist is disappearing. Samundsen rewards them and orders them to assemble the whole crew for tomorrow. He is really obsessed with getting the Fountain of Youth. Morning comes and the Lada people come out of an underground shelter. Ragna is amazed by their shelter and Chin Tion explains how it works. However, the tribesmen can't understand him. Chin Tion tells them to start a fire to eat and rest. Expecting that the pirates will come in 2 days, Chin Tion knows they can't fight them head-on. He asks Sand Eagle to observe from the skies. In the wetlands, the pirates start marching. One wonders if the Titan boa will appear out of nowhere. They reach the border and discover that the deadly fog is now gone. Samundsen steps forward and Sand Eagle observes them as they make a camp. Chin Tion and the Lada people receive Sand Eagle's report. Bahama asks about the huge snake but Chin Tion claims that it is hibernating. It is quite unfortunate that the Titan boa is inactive. Chin Tion claims it is better for them to avenge the dead themselves. He points to the map where the pirates are. They will conduct a night attack to weaken the pirates' forces. Farsong wonders when to do it and Chin Tion assumes that the pirates are still vigilant. He asks them to rest first and they will attack early in the morning. Later at the pirate camp, the pirates on night watch dare each other to take on the Titan boa. Little did they know that Chin Tion's forces are watching them. Ragna sees a lot of guards and Chin Tion tells him not to worry. However, Ragna also notices that Chin Tion is tense. Ragna cheers him up by placing full trust in Chin Tion. Chin Tion smiles and tells them to get ready. The pirates standing guard notice flames in the woods. Just as someone realizes something is wrong, a bomb rolls toward them and explodes. The pirates panic, assuming that the god of thunder is angry. Chin Tion locks onto a pirate who acts as the captain. After some hesitation he fires his gun and kills the pirate. The pirate wonders what just happened, seeing his comrades falling down one by one. Another pirate runs, claiming it is the curse of the devils. Grim menacingly looks at the shot pirate and slashes him. He discovers the iron pellet and declares that it is not a curse. Samundsen notices how the men in the east fell and realizes that the enemies are in the west. Just as Chin Tion is giving out orders to the Lada people, Kata notices something from the pirates' camp. Samundsen is running towards them, asking for the Fountain of Youth. The other pirates now realize that it was the Lada people attacking them. Chin Tion knows how strong Samundsen is and orders his team to retreat according to the plan. Samundsen arrives and clashes blades with Chin Tion. The Lada people attack the pirates with arrows. Bakuma ordered the archers to aim for the pirates' legs. Frosong instructed the others to prepare for an ambush near the traps, while he and Kata supported Chin Tion. Kata joined the fight but they were still no match for Samundsen. Chin Tion asked Kata to cover for him and he ran off somewhere. Samundsen thought that Chin Tion had run away, but Chin Tion had only circled around the woods to attack him from the side. Kata also attacked from the front. Samundsen smirked as he used his axe to redirect Kata's spear toward Chin Tion. But instead Kata blew Chin Tion away. Chin Tion could see how inhuman Samundsen was. Just then a flash bomb exploded nearby. Rigard ordered everyone to cover their eyes, but some were still affected by the bombs. Frasong's team continued to run as the pirates chased them. Samundsen sensed that something was wrong, and Chin Tion and Kata used this opportunity to retreat. Samundsen chased after Chin Tion while demanding a greeting. Chin Tion apologized and greeted Sammonsen with a bomb. However, Sammonsen already knew how the bomb worked and leaped to dodge it. At the same time, he noticed some incoming arrows and managed to dodge them as well. Sammonsen got distracted and Chin Tion retreated with his team. Sammonsen's face grimaced. The pirates continue to chase Chin Tion and the Lada people. Seeing that the pirates are following them as expected, Chin Tion orders the Lada people not to fall behind. Sammonsen orders his men to continue the chase. Meanwhile, Nick and her team hide in the bushes as they watch the approaching mob. Chin Tion tells the others to be ready and alert. To maximize the use of traps, Chin Tion and the others spread out. Sammonsen orders his men to chase everyone without fail. Chin Tion feels glad that Sammonsen chased him. He can just use his superpower to outmaneuver the superhuman pirate. Chin Tion gets past the trap and checks back to see if it will work. Sammonsen wonders why the mouse has stopped running and he trips on the trap. Multiple arrows are fired off towards Sammonsen. Some of the pirates also trigger the same traps. Another group of pirates chases Kata but they fall into the pitfall trap. They immediately die due to the spikes. One survives and asks for mercy, but Bahama kills him. On the other hand, the trap was useless against Sammonsen, who realizes that they are being lured into traps. Chin Tion can't believe Sammonsen has deflected a dozen arrows. Just then, a horn sounds through the forest. Knowing that the Lada people have prepared traps in this dark forest, Sammonsen agrees to conduct a retreat. As Sammonsen leaves, Chin Tion realizes that the pirates are communicating using horns. Originally, Chin Tion and his people were going to ambush them after the pirates went through all the traps. It is unexpected that they have retreated this early. The ambush team flinches as they see someone emerging from the woods. However, it is Fa Song who informs them that the pirates didn't pursue them after the horn was blown. Chin Tion and the others have also returned. In a small camp, many pirates are injured. Sammonsen learns that most of his men have a slim chance of survival. Sammonsen orders Sigurd to ensure that everyone is saved without fail. He also asks Larav to guard Rigurd. Just then, Rigurd kills his patient. Larav tells the others not to mention anything they saw. Rigurd knows how scarce their supplies are after their warehouse was burned. These injured men will only be a burden to them. Meanwhile, Chin Tion receives a report on the rough estimation of the number of pirates killed. Chin Tion is glad that their forces have weakened significantly. Bairu worries that the pirates may already be aware that the forest is full of traps. Chin Tion tells them not to worry, and to continue with their guerrilla plans. Everyone notices something, and Nick asks Chin Tion if he is okay. Chin Tion bids them good night and covers himself. Nick worries, but Frasong shakes his head. Back at the pirate camp, they dispose of the deceased. Just then, it is announced that those who survived will be rewarded. Sammonsen claims that this is necessary to boost morale. He then orders Grim to be prepared to set out early in the morning to the snowfield. He begins talking about the gun. He knows that the tribesmen are nearby and their eyesight will be impaired in the snowy field. He knows they are being lured out. On the other hand, Chin Tion experiences a nightmare about the dead pirates. A corpse tries to attack him and a loud slap echoes through the shelter. Chin Tion wakes up to see that he slapped Aruba. The others then start making fun of Aruba. Chin Tion goes out and orders the others to follow him. Their team then discovers that the pirates have left their camp. Nick notices that they went to the plains. Frasong worries because they didn't set any traps on the plains. Chin Tion can see that the footprints are not in disarray and were left deliberately. He asks the twins to follow him while the others stand by. Chin Tion has the Sand Eagle scout the area. They see a group of pirates and Chin Tion asks the twins to lure some of the pirates into a nearby trap. He knows how skillful and flexible the twins are and they will not get caught. Chin Tion continues watching them but Sammonsen already notices them. He informs Grim that he can strongly sense them. Just then, pirates in the front complain that it is the Lada people again. Bakuma and Bahama start firing arrows at the pirates. Sammonsen tells his men to stop chasing. He orders them to keep a defensive formation and threatens to kill those who disobey. They continue their travel while in a defensive formation. Chin Tion notices how useless it is to lure them out and plans to make new arrangements. The pirates later arrive at the snowy field. Bakuma notices how slow they were. Chin Tion claims they brought everything like supplies. Bairu worries that they are making a fire nearby on purpose. Chin Tion tells him not to worry. The pirates know that the forest is trapped and won't move carelessly. Chin Tion knows that the pirates will run out of food soon. Chin Tion and his team will be waiting and watching nearby. That night, Samundsen receives a report that their supplies won't last long. He orders Grim to tell the others to rest for now. He knows that the lot of people are waiting in the trapped forest, and he also points out that they can't go back once the fog is back. Grim asks if killing the tribesmen is the only way. Samundsen knows the tribesmen are just out there, but he won't take the bait. Back at the campsite, Jessica and Ellen enjoy the morning sun. Ellen worries for Chin Tion and the others. Just then, she gets hit by a snowball and discovers Jessica playing with the kids. She tries to decline the invitation, but Jessica tells her not to think too much. She tells Ellen not to worry about their husbands. Ellen brightens up and plays with them. Meanwhile, Aruba is also playing with the snow, and Ka ruins the fun. Kata tells Aruba to always be vigilant, but Aruba points out that the chief is also fooling around. Frosong invites the others to play with him. Ragna is worried about the carefree atmosphere, and Chin Tion claims it has been a week since the pirates turned quiet. Just then, Bakuma notices that the pirates are moving. The pirates are organizing a hunting team. Everyone gets interested as they hear that there are rewards. Grim worries that the hunting teams will get attacked. Chin Tion can see that they are forming small groups and tells his people to get ready. The pirates' hunting teams then set out to find at least a snow rabbit. As they complain about how the older members are just relaxing, an arrow strikes one of the complainers. The lot of people surround the small team of pirates. One of them tries to blow a horn, but Nick swiftly kills him. Chin Tion reminds the others not to let the pirates sound their horns. Kata and the others easily subjugate the pirates, and the twins are also killing the rest with their arrows. After the fight, Aruba claims it would be better if there were a lot of pirates. Kata, who is busy burying bodies, tells Atuba that it would have been disadvantageous for them. Ragna comments on how the other pirates will notice that one of their teams hasn't returned yet. Chin Tion tells them not to worry since he notices that the pirates are already losing their supplies. He wants to reduce their numbers until they can take on the main force head-on. Just then, they are surprised to hear a loud horn. They try to think where it came from, and Vera thinks it came from the two hills next to them. Chin Tion asks Sand Eagle to scout the area, and notices that the hunting teams are just baiting them to pinpoint their location. Samundsen hears only 3 out of 4 horns and now knows where Chin Tion and his people are. Grim orders a group of pirates with huge horns to start. The horn sound is so loud that it echoes through the snowy mountains. Chin Tion tells the others to retreat, and they hear the echoes of the loud horns. It is even useless to cover their ears. Just then, Chin Tion notices something and orders everyone to fall back. The mountain rumbles as an avalanche occurs. Chin Tion knows that they can't escape. He realizes something and orders the others to cut down a huge tree. Chin Tion tells them to grab the trunk, as the tree gets swept up by the avalanche. Chin Tion tells the others not to let go, as the tree manages to ride the surface of the avalanche. However, there are trees in the direction they are going, so Chin Tion orders them to watch their heads. The avalanche crashes and Samundsen admires the sight of the power of nature. The other hunting teams return, and Samundsen rewards them. He wants to gather the ingredients for their next banquet. Meanwhile, Chin Tion and the others have survived, but some lot of people are either injured or unconscious. They notice that Viru is missing. Bahama also reports that the pirates are coming their way. Chin Tion orders Frasong to retreat with the others while he looks for Viru. However, Chin Tion forgot that the Viking pirates are accustomed to snow. Nick tries to defend Chin Tion after seeing the pack of wolves appear. Seeing the wild wolves, the lot of people prepare to fight. Chin Tion feels unlucky to be cornered by 2 enemies. However, the wolves show mercy. Nick and Kata try to fight the wolves, but Chin Tion stops them. Chin Tion stares at the Black Wolf acting as the leader. Later, the pirates are searching for the lot of people's dead bodies. Someone discovers blood nearby and Summonson rewards the pirate. Summonson notices wolf footprints among the blood trails. Grim thinks the wolves dragged the dead bodies, but Summonson still orders his men to give chase. Chin Tion and the others are aided by the wolves. Viru's life is also not in danger. Everyone is glad to hear the news and impressed that the wolves are following Chin Tion. Chin Tion claims that they are just returning the favor. The lot of people know that it was because of Chin Tion's kindness toward them. They soon arrive at their camp and lay down the injured. 5 of them have lost the ability to fight and they blame the sudden avalanche. Chin Tion explains that the pirates caused the avalanche. Kata wonders if the earth spirit helped them, but Chin Tion corrects him, saying it was the sound their loud horns made. Aruba wonders how the pirates found out about their location. Ragnar realizes that it was the horns the hunting teams made. However, the others find it ruthless to use companions as bait. Frosong worries about the next plan, but Chin Tion tells him not to worry. The sky darkens and Summonson and the pirates notice separate traces. Summonson orders his men to spread out and look for the lot of people's bodies in teams. A group of pirates scours the area and discovers the wolves dragging a lot of person. They hurry so they can gain rewards, but a pitfall trap surprises them. The rest are surprised that the Lotta person is alive. Just when they try to blow their horn, some of the Lotta people push them into the pitfall. Frosong looks down at the dead pirates. In a flashback, Chin Tion tells the others that the pirates have assumed that they are already dead. Using footprints and traces, they need to divide the pirates into smaller forces. They will ambush them one by one, and Chin Tion will use Sand Eagle to send information. Currently, Ragnar's team has just eliminated a group of pirates and is worried about the others. Meanwhile, Nick and her team have also cleared some pirates. The twins archer group has also killed a group. Chin Tion receives a report from Sand Eagle that things are going smoothly. Everyone is rushing toward the middle path. Chin Tion asks the Black Wolf for a favor. A monster is already coming their way. Kata and Chin Tion are waiting for their old enemy. Kata knows traps don't work on that monster. The two are preparing as they see incoming pirates led by Samuelson. Samuelson wonders why they are still alive. Chin Tion gives him a signal and the pirates fall into a pitfall. Samuelson uses one of his men as a foothold and escapes sudden death. He realizes how tricky these tribesmen are and tries to blow his horn. However, Kata and Chin Tion distract him. Samuelson doesn't have a choice but to fight back. He wants to talk with Chin Tion but Chin Tion refuses to talk with the dead. The two then clash. Meanwhile, Grim is fighting Nick while being confused about why they are still alive. Seeing that his team members are dying, Grim runs on his own. Nick tries to stop him. On the other hand, Samuelson's heavy blow cuts through Chin Tion's defense. Kata saves him. Samuelson knew about Chin Tion's speed but his power was not enough. He smirks as he attacks Chin Tion while ignoring Kata. Samuelson attacks Chin Tion with a huge blow. Chin Tion is slammed to the ground. Kata attacks Samuelson's vital point but Samuelson quickly moves and lets his arm hit instead. Samuelson smirks at Kata. Furious, Kata pushes forward but Samuelson grabs him. Samuelson swung his axe and heavily injured Kata. Samuelson breaks free from the spear and runs toward Chin Tion. As Samuelson attacks, Chin Tion asks for someone's help. The Black Wolf suddenly appears and attacks Samuelson. Chin Tion and Kata hold Samuelson in place. Chin Tion asks the Black Wolf to bite Samuelson's neck. Samuelson can only scream. Grim arrives to help but Nick is hot on his tail. Unfortunately, the Black Wolf also gets injured. Samuelson is enraged seeing his brother die. He runs to Grim who didn't take long to die in his arms. Samuelson swears to use their skeletons as Grim's coffin. Chin Tion can see that the situation has turned bad. They continue the fight but Samuelson easily beats down Nick, Chin Tion, and Kata. Samuelson menacingly walks forward with an axe in his hand. Nick and Kata tell Chin to run away. Just then, Chin Tion notices Sand Eagle. Chin Tion engages in a conversation with Samuelson to distract him. Sand Eagle dives to attack but Samuelson dodges its attack. He wants to drain Chin Tion's blood to relieve his heartache. Chin Tion claims that would be impossible. Just then, the lot of people start coming into the area. Samuelson is now forced to fight dozens of warriors and wolves. Chin Tion suggests calling his men for a fair fight but Samuelson breaks his horn. Chin Tion starts talking about how villains lose their cool on the verge of defeat. A pissed-off Samuelson attacks him but Ragna shields Chin Tion. Samuelson claims that he is always in the right mind on the battlefield. He calls Chin Tion a coward for using numbers but Chin Tion claims that this is the battlefield. After some time and casualties, Samuelson comments on how different Chin Tion is compared to the Lada people. Chin Tion corrects Samuelson, stating that he doesn't have the Fountain of Youth. Samuelson attacks one more time but he gets shot by more arrows in the chest. He wishes Chin Tion to go to the underworld. Soon after, Aruba freaks out after Chin Tion wakes up. He was out for a day and a night. It felt like hours for him though. He can feel the backlash of using his excessive talents. Bahama advises him not to move yet but he tells them not to worry. He asks to be left alone. Frasong then tells the others not to disturb their mighty one. The Lada people begin building a bonfire. Chin Tion leans against a tree reflecting on the recent killings and acts of violence. His heart feels heavy as he observes the others collecting the dead bodies of Lada people and wolves. Chin Tion falls into deep silence and he asks Bakuma about the identities of the deceased. Bakuma feels embarrassed about being discovered and Chin Tion inquires about Bokuma's injuries. Bakuma proceeds to recount the actions of the deceased Lada people. Boar hugged two pirates, jumped into the pit and perished alongside them. Wutu smiles as he sacrifices himself to protect the others. Charlie used his life to make a trap work. It took them a day to search for their bodies but the wolves aided in locating them beneath the snow. The wild wolves departed afterward. Chin Tion recognizes that they were all courageous warriors. Aruba calls out to Chin Tion and Bakuma assists him in standing up. Chin Tion walks toward the already set up bonfire. Frasong passes him the torch and Chin Tion ignites the bonfire. The wolves howl as the fire continues to burn. The Lada people then commence their celebration of victory. Chin Tion falls silent once more. Frasong then taps his shoulder and asserts that companion sacrifice is necessary. It might be a loss or sacrifice for Chin Tion but for the Lada people, the deceased become stars in the night sky. Frasong tells Chin Tion to grab the stars tightly in his hands, put them within his soul and they will always exist within him always. They will always be stars in the sky, watching over the living. In the camp, Jessica, Ellen, and Alex talk about cars. Ellen then hears something from the outside. Jessica tells her to meet Chin Tion and the others. She knows how Ellen feels. They all go out to the gate and greet Chin Tion and his team. They are finally home. The warriors get treated. Of course Chin Tion is tended to by Jessica and Ellen. Chin Tion worries that his odor might bother the girls. Jessica warns Chin Tion that she will pull the glued bandages off his skin. Chin Tion puts up with the pain, and Ellen brings in a hot towel to soften the blood clot. Chin Tion tells Jessica to do a countdown before she peels the last layer. However, Jessica rips it out without properly counting down. She claims that experiencing short-term pain is better. Poor Chin Tion. Ellen wipes off Chin Tion's sweat and blood. She worries that Chin Tion is badly hurt but Chin Tion tells her not to worry. Chin Tion gets to sleep and rest in the cave and the two girls go outside. Jessica checks on Ellen who immediately cries into her arms. She is emotionally glad that Chin Tion is back. 2 days later Chin Tion and the others visited the sacrificial corner of their camp. Chin Tion throws a vase that contains the ashes of their fallen friends. The Lada people in Chin Tion pray for their souls. They probably return to the spirits of earth. It felt like a long time for Chin Tion. It was indeed unreal, like everything was just a long dream. Chin Tion is glad to have peace of mind in building the ship. However, it was reported that wolves are lurking around. Chin Tion wonders if the wolves followed them. The girls get confused. Chin Tion then explains it to them. A minute later Jessica gets excited hearing about the black wolf while Ellen wonders if they will ignore them. Chin Tion wants to check on them first. After handling the pirates there are no more outside threats for them. However, their main labor force is currently injured and everyone is forced to stay in their houses because of the weather. Chin Tion is also recuperating and this is the most relaxing time he has had since he came to this island. One night while Ellen and Jessica are talking about the wolves howling, Chin Tion comes out of the cave. Ellen wonders if Chin Tion feels better now. Chin Tion wants to go out and check on the wolves. The girls get worried and plan to ask the others to follow him. Chin Tion wants to go alone on his own. Jessica tells Ellen to let Chin Tion be alone this time. Chin Tion rides on Shanbai while dragging a butchered boar. Chin Tion and Shanbai travel through the harsh weather. Chin Tion notices that Ellen still sent some men to follow him. Well, Chin Tion understands her first wife's sentiment though. They finally arrive at their destination and Chin Tion tells Shanbai to relax. Chin Tion opens the quest of becoming the island owner and gets his reward points. He buys another slave beast seal which is seriously expensive. If he subdues the black wolf then he will have the entire wolf pack. He has already formed a camaraderie with them so taming should be easy. Just then the forest turns into something like a thriller movie with shining eyes showing from the darkness. The wolves start coming out of the bushes putting Shanbai on high alert. Chin Tion tells him to calm down and offers the meat they brought to the wolves as a thank you gift. Chin Tion does feel that the black wolf is intelligent and wants to understand it more. He uses the slave beast seal but the black wolf is not yet tamed. It seems like Chin Tion needs some time to connect with the wolf first. Chin Tion sits down and confesses that he needs some help from the wolves again. A lot of people wonder what Chin Tion is talking about with the black wolf. Ragna suggests asking Chin Tion later for more details. Chin Tion then explains that he plans to retrieve the supplies left by the pirates and that he needs the wolves' help. Aruba agrees because it would be hard to transport the supplies in the snow. Just look at Nick, being silent, knowing Chin Tion is behind the other two. They then realize that Chin Tion has been with them the whole time. The three then blame each other but Chin Tion tells them to go home together. That night Chin Tion tells everyone about the plan and organizes some work. For the next 2 days everyone is busy making ropes and sleds. They make enough sleds to be pulled by 30 wolves. On the third day the children wonder what sound Chin Tion just made. He tells them about the whistle and how it works. Alex is also present during their discussion. Ellen calls Chin Tion's attention because the wolves have just arrived. Ellen is amazed to see a black wolf and Jessica explains that it is a result of crossbreeding, like domestic dogs in their timeline. Ellen wonders if there are domestic dogs on the island but Jessica claims that it might be a natural mutation. Knowing how strange the island is, Ellen laughs and jokes that a golden and red wolf won't surprise her anymore. Chin Tion tries to convince the black wolf to be leashed but it just slaps Chin Tion's hand. The black wolf is really acting tough like a Giga-Chad. Just then the children come to play with him and Shanbai can only laugh at him. Ellen wonders how long Chin Tion will be away again. With the wolves' help he confirms that it will take 2 days at most. Chin Tion then sets out later on. The travel is smooth with Aruba getting excited with their speed. Nick can notice that Chin Tion is still walking on eggshells while passing by the corpses of the pirates. He recalls Suoming's words that Chin Tion would also go to the underworld. He raises his middle finger, making thoughts of Suoming disappear from his head. Nick wonders if Chin Tion is alright because he looks tired. They then arrive at the lakeside to rest. The group then talks about the methane fog absence which is unusually long this time. A lot of people start making speculations here and there. Chin Tion can also think of some possibilities but their goal for now is to get to the pirates' camp before it gets dark. With the help of the wolves the trip is quick and they are able to travel smoothly on the snowfield. A lot of people didn't use the existing tents on the field and set up new ones. Their hatred for the pirates is really ingrained in their minds. Chin Tion orders them to look for things that might be useful. He goes to look for Suoming's tent. He then finds a suspicious tent and discovers a huge box. Chin Tion opens the box and expensive gold and treasure are inside. However, Chin Tion had enough of them from the river nearby. He then finds some papers and reads them with surprise. The writings show how a son holds a deep hatred for his father. Chin Tion finds it interesting that a pirate loves writing diaries. The diary narrates how Suoming encounters Westerners for the first time and gets greedy for their women and huge ships. Chin Tion concludes that the pirates are from the 8th century. Suoming also narrates how he found the map that leads to the Fountain of Youth, which makes one immortal. His crew immediately sets out and later loses hundreds of crew members along the way. They also encounter Leviathan, the monstrous creature in the seas, along with a vicious storm. However, this made Suoming excited because it meant that they were nearing his goal. After some time they reached the mysterious island. They encounter indigenous people and start enslaving them. Chin Tion can see that Suoming came to the island through a storm just like them. Just then something catches Chin Tion's attention. Suoming describes a ring that shows God's symbols and draws 2 characters that he can remember. Chin Tion then turns his attention to the treasure box after seeing Chinese characters in the diary. Chin Tion's group later harvested everything useful and left the pirates' camp burned. The trip back to the camp took much longer because of the spoils of war. They returned 2 days later to the camp. After the mission, Chin Tion keeps inviting the wolves to stay, but they leave after getting their reward. The girls are excited to see lamb meat and ale. Bakuma and the rest wonder where to put what they just unloaded. Chin Tion checks the contents and finds wheat, a greater treasure than gold on the island. Jessica is excited to smell the scent of wheat bread. The desert people wonder what it is. And Chin Tion claims that it is food. Aruba hurriedly eats the grains and spits them out afterward. Chin Tion explains that they need to cook the wheat first. As long as they plant it correctly, they don't worry about food anymore. Later, Chin Tion, Jessica, and Ellen analyze the ring that Suoming has described in his diary. Ellen comments on how unfamiliar the sense of technology was. Chin Tion then asks them not to be surprised and shows them the futuristic technology the ring has. Both girls are amazed by the hologram. Chin Tion explains that this technology is way ahead of their era. Ellen notices the jumbled-up characters while Jessica is fascinated by how technology has progressed. Chin Tion shows that there are different pages in the hologram and a map of the island where they are staying. Ellen feels like it looks familiar though, and Chin Tion confirms her feeling and claims that this is similar to Taiwan. The map also has zooming and positioning functions. Chin Tion realizes that the island is hiding something, especially the buildings on the other side of the island. The 2 girls are shocked by the new discovery. It should be near where the Lada people lived before. They then call the others to confirm if they saw it, but everyone claims that they haven't. However, the location is familiar to Vera, who claims that a huge hole is in the area instead of buildings. They don't have a choice but to wait for the winter to pass and go see it for themselves. Half a month has passed and everyone is living peacefully. Chin Tion's injuries are also almost healed now. He then decides to start producing nitrate again. Chin Tion also plays with the wolves to form a connection outside the camp, but his naming sense is still garbage. I'm not sure if Chin Tion's gags are effective, but more wolves are visiting near the camp. The black wolf gradually gets near the camp secretly, but the children discover him. 2 months later, the black wolf settles into the camp. Meanwhile, Alex, Jessica and Elon are using a stone mill they made to process the wheat grains. Chin Tion also returns from outside and checks on the flour the girls were processing. Chin Tion is excited to eat some dumplings. Alex comments on how Chin Tion keeps smiling lately, but Ellen feels something different. Night comes and the whole camp starts their banquet. Chin Tion brings in some bundled bamboo and the modern girls immediately recognize it as fireworks. Ellen didn't know that it was already New Year's Eve. Chin Tion has been counting the days since they came to the island. Ellen wonders how her parents are, and Chin Tion assures her that they are definitely in better condition. The fireworks are then lit in the night sky. A lot of people are amazed and compare them to flowers. They know the people who became stars can see the fireworks. Ellen now knows why Chin Tion has been being secretive lately. The part about making the fireworks was easy with the prepared gunpowder. Chin Tion used various metals to add color to the flame reaction. As Chin Tion continues explaining, Ellen notices his rugged hand. She hugs Chin Tion and commends his hard work. Chin Tion claims it was worth it as they all watch the fireworks together. After the fireworks show, everyone celebrates with food and drinks. They all enjoy the new menu, dumplings, and malt beer. The middle-aged men are happy to see their tribemates smiling widely. Chin Tion teases Kata to smile to snag some girls. Frosong teases Kata not to look sullen because the pirates are now dead. Nick notices how different Chin Tion is acting. Jessica claims that he is just venting his emotions. The night passes and Nick starts pulling a drunk Frosong back to their house. Chin Tion is also dead drunk, and the girls regret ignoring Chin Tion during the celebration. Jessica asks Ellen to take care of Chin Tion first while she cooks ginger tea. Ellen tends to Chin Tion, who then notices her. She can't believe the prettiest girl on campus is taking care of him. His head suddenly aches, and he claims that it was just the alcohol. Ellen hurries off to get the ginger tea. However, Chin Tion grabs her arm and pulls Ellen into his arms. With a trembling voice, Chin Tion tells Ellen that he killed a person. Ellen's heart aches. She knows this is what Chin Tion has been keeping for the past month. Chin Tion cries like a child in front of Ellen. She then gets Chin Tion's attention and tells him that he was not the bad guy but the pirates. She calls Chin Tion everyone's hero. She keeps on repeating those words to calm Chin Tion down. Ellen kisses Chin Tion. Chin Tion is surprised. Ellen wonders if he feels fine already, and Chin Tion gets flustered. Jessica suddenly appears and notices the atmosphere. She knows something just happened. A flustered Ellen then pushes Jessica outside. Chin Tion lets out a deep sigh. Suwoming talks about how the kissing part of any epic legend is so disgusting. Chin Tion refutes Suwoming and calls him an illusion. He tells Suwoming to get out of his head. The next day Jessica wonders how Chin Tion became energetic overnight. Chin Tion starts designing the ships. 2 months have passed and the methane gas has disappeared for real. Still, they prepare weapons against other dangers like the Titan python. The wolves were still arrogant and left the camp after the winter ended. The rainy season comes and everyone is getting bored with a week of rain. Ellen worries that the Titan python's hibernation will end sooner than expected. Our archaeologist, however, wants to see it up close. Just then, Sand Eagle reports that something just appeared. Near the wetlands, a huge shadow looms over the crocodiles and attacks them. The Titan python is back in town, but there are people sneaking on the sides. Just then, the Titan python notices Chin Tion, who greets him. Chin Tion wonders if his old friend forgot about him, but the python immediately attacks him. The others appear to be throwing Molotov cocktails at the monster. The python wriggles in pain as it gets burned and hit by arrows. It then tries to escape, but the twins are there to blind it with their accurate shooting. Everyone then gangs up on the python until it dies, earning points for Chin Tion in the process. Everyone cheers as they hail Chin Tion's presence in the fight. Chin Tion notices how low the points are compared to when he escaped from it. It seems like getting help from others lessens the points earned. Jessica cries out to see the python dead. Aruba tries to take a bite, but Kata stops him out of curiosity. Chin Tion and the others then wish that it would rest in peace. Well, getting snacked on by the crocodiles is not peaceful. Chin Tion's group continues deep into the swamp to retrieve Jessica's plane. If there is a treasure on the island, it would be Jessica's plane. Even if it can't fly, the parts can be used as materials for other things. A lot of people are impressed to see the flying machine that they heard about before. Jessica confirms that it can't fly anymore, but the engine is not damaged. Chin Tion still decides to bring everything back home and do what they can later on. Bahama worries that they can't lift the plane, and Chin Tion confirms that the plane is indeed heavy. Just then, Kata and the gang manage to lift it up and move it to the trolley. Jessica comments on how strong the physique of the Lotta people is compared to that of normal humans. Chin Tion just hopes they didn't drink anything weird. However, Kata accidentally snaps off the plane's wing. Noon comes and Chin Tion manages to create a simple hoist with a pulley with the others. The others are impressed by how simple wheels can help pull up a huge heavy object. He tells everyone to pull it off with such complicated calculations. Question marks appear in their heads, but they still get fired up to do it. Everyone then counts to 3 and they are able to lift the heavy plane. Everyone is surprised that it didn't take much effort. Chin Tion then tells his girls to go back to the camp with the plane while he goes to check on the sinkhole the others had described. Chin Tion, Nick, Kata and Ragna then travel back in the direction of the sinkhole. They encounter a lot of snakes and they know there are still crocodiles around. They can't stay overnight in the marshlands. The group later arrives at the old village of the Lada people where